Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. It's a little bit later start this morning. Slept a little bit longer last night, which is good. Definitely, I told you, we've had sickness in the house, and like, I'm feeling the tiredness of it. Definitely the tiredness of it. So thankful I don't have the other stuff that they have, but I'm like, okay, what's worse? Is it worse to feel tired, like you don't want to do anything, or is it worse to have like the actual sickness, like the whole congestion and the stuffy nose and sore throat? Personally, I feel like I'd rather have that versus the tiredness, but it is what it is. So I guess I'm thankful for what I have. Thankful I can take some stuff to help with it, and resting and being able to rest, which is a good thing. So we went out last night. What did we do yesterday? Last night I finished my video. We ended it, made pizza. Delicious. The kids are like, this is a really good pizza. I'm like, I know, $4 Walmart pizza. They're like, you need to get this again. And so it'll be good to get for those easy nights because it was so cheap. I mean, it'd be cheap if you didn't have to buy the dairy-free cheese. The 2 pizzas I bought for dairy-free were $14. The other ones were like $4 a piece. So they were really real good. So that was a good easy thing to make. Just a fun thing to throw in there. Like, okay, let's have some pizza. So we had that, and then Jaden picked up slushies. She's so sweet on the way home from work for all the kids. So she's excited. She had a good week. She had a good week starting her new job and just doing amazing. It's love what God is doing in my kids' lives. It's like things that like I like seeing God work in my own life. Love seeing God work in my own life when He does things, and He does it all the time. And then your kids, you raise them and you like pray for them, and you try to teach them like to follow the Lord and follow what He has. And as us too, we have all those things where we're like, yeah, but this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and trying to get them out of the mindset of like me, and focus on like what is God having you do, and being in the right place, the right time, doing the right thing, no matter what that looks like to other people. I said, no matter what you do, I said, you're always going to get hate from people. You're never going to make anybody happy. I said, the only one you have to please is God. And God is the one who will direct you with what to do and how to do it. And so it's so good to see, like, it's been some time for, that as we go through things and learning things and trying to find where are we supposed to be. And then like we were just sitting there talking, Jay and I were talking, I said, look at where you are right now versus where you were a year ago. And like all the struggles you had, because we all do. We all have struggles. I have struggles. You have struggles. And I said, all the things that you were thinking about and worrying about. And I said, look at like what God did, like far beyond what you could imagine, like crazy. Would have never thought what you're doing right now, what you'd be doing. So such a good thing, such a good thing. So excited for her. She was celebrating with slushies, and I made the pizza. So I'm like, let's have that. So it was a good night, and then we ended it with a swim. We went outside and swam for a little bit. It was nice, and that was a great way to end our night. We were out there for a little while, and then came in and went to bed, went to sleep, and slept pretty good for a nice long night. I shut my alarm off this morning. I think it went off at like 6:30, and I was like, I think I'm gonna wait for a little bit, so I didn't get up until 7. So that was a good thing. So I'm like, I went upstairs. I made a list yesterday of the food I need to do because I went grocery shopping. I need to prep some of this food, and so just so I wouldn't have to think about it this morning. It's sometimes a good thing to do. I either do in the morning or at nighttime, either way. But it was helpful. I did it yesterday, so I've got to get all that food I bought, not all of it, but do something with it. So all the meat I put in the refrigerator, the turkey. We don't eat turkey. We do eat turkey. We don't love turkey. The chicken I put in the refrigerator, and then I have some fruits and veggies and stuff I want to cut up and wash up so we can eat those today as well, and then make dinner. Of course, have dinner. There is still a little bit of tater tot casserole in there, so I'm gonna say this is what we have to eat today for lunch. If we do not eat it up for lunch, we're gonna, have it forever. So we need to eat some tater tot casserole so that big giant pan can get out of the refrigerator, and then I'm walking tacos because that's easy dinner for dinner tonight. So it's gonna be a good day. You guys ready for a good day? And I gotta do school, and I was thinking about doing some cleaning, but I'm gonna skip that and focus on that a different day. I'm like, you know what, remember, focus on what's the minimum you gotta do? I want to do more than the minimum today, but what do I have to do? I have to do the food, I gotta do school, and we're gonna have to make dinner. If there's time later in the day to clean something, awesome, but if not, no worries whatsoever. So first things first, you guys ready? All right, I got my coffee, drinking it right now, and I'm gonna start my chicken. I'm gonna put my chicken in my slow cooker. And you can put your chicken in your pressure cooker or in a slow cooker. It just nice and tender. It falls apart. It's gonna take some time because it's 8 o'clock and I'm just starting, but that's okay. Maybe this afternoon I'll finish it. I wanted to do my cream of mushroom and cream of chicken soup, but I'm gonna need the chicken for that, so we'll see how much I get done. But for now, I'm gonna take this, put it in here and turn it on. I'll put a little bit of chicken bouillon in there. I've got some veggies. I should probably just some spices. I'll save the veggies for chopping up in other stuff, I think. Yeah, just put some spices in there just to make it some flavor. It'll be delicious. So you guys ready? All right, let's go. So chicken is cooking, the sunshine is coming in the window here. What I'm gonna do is get my meat separated. I have a couple meals I'm gonna make over the next few weeks, and like lasagna and meatloaf. And I was thinking, I'm like, do I do meal prep with them today or not? I'm just thinking about it. So I'm thinking I'm not going to. I was gonna cook it, but I thought, you know what? I don't want to do all that today, so I'll just separate it into bags. I'll put enough in each bag so that when I go to make it, I can take it out. So like the meatloaf, definitely going to need to thaw it before you make it, so I have to make sure I get it out of the freezer. I could make the meatloaf things up now, but I think that can just be another video. So let me just separate it into bags. I found the easiest way to do this was just to cut it and squeeze it into the bags. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a couple of big bags just for when I have, like for the lasagna, I'm going to need more, and the meatloaf I'm going to need more. With the other ones I can put into the quart bags. That fits perfect. So what I did is I got up some cheese and refried beans here. Those will thaw, we'll make those for dinner. So the meat part is done. So what I'm gonna do is some veggies and fruit, maybe mostly fruit, we'll see. So I got this cake stand. I wanted to show it because I love when I find something, I'm like, okay, this looks really good. Like I have a glass cake stand, you know, the lid got on top of the refrigerator and it got dropped off and busted. That's okay, so I bought a big giant one, and that works. It's just, it doesn't fit perfectly. It fits like exactly. Hold on, I'll let Maxine in. And the top got knocked off the refrigerator and busted, so I bought that big giant one, and that works. It just doesn't fit on perfectly, so if you hit it just right, it's not on all the way, but it does do the job. So I saw this, and I'm like, this is a great thing. It wasn't very much at all, and I'm like, this is a good thing for all of our food, because here I have to keep everything covered. Like everything has to be covered all the time because the humidity is here. You know, just the way it is. It's just, I don't keep any, there's lizards, you know, there's things crawling, who knows when. I think one of my videos last week, it was this video, someone said, there's a mouse in your kitchen. I'm like, what? And so I tried searching the video for a mouse. I'm like, do I have a mouse in my kitchen? And I said, well, maybe it's a lizard. Yeah, we have lizards. I think the first few times I've seen one in the house, it freaked me out. But they're so fast. It would be impossible to keep them out of your house, like impossible. Like we don't have, you know, actually in the mountains we didn't have 2 doors either. No, I guess we didn't. I was thinking, but like, you know, up in the north we'd have like a storm door, kind of slam first, but these, it's just wide open doors. So the doors are just wide open sometimes. If kids are running out or I'm running out. I know the other day Brooklyn ran out literally for like a second, and like a lizard had come in, and I was like, from the garage, which is crazy. And I'm like, and our garage door isn't usually open that long at all. And so I had to laugh. So the girls were back there the one day, and they were, I was upstairs working because it went underneath the washer, and I'm like, we're never gonna get that thing out of here. And they're like, I'm not going to bed. I'm like, you guys are upstairs. I'm like, my room is right by the lizard. So they took Maxine over there. They're like, come on, Maxine. And poor Maxine's like, what are you even talking about? Like, what do you want? And they got it out, and they did get it out, and Maxine got it. So they just come in so fast. So I was thinking, well, maybe there's a lizard. Like, I mean, I had one run across my kitchen, and I'm like, a mouse. I don't see any mouse poop. Usually if you have a mouse, you can tell there's mouse poop, or, you know, we've had those. We lived in Michigan. We had field mice all the time. So I know what those are like. And obviously if you have them, you can see the poop, but I didn't see anything. So I'm like, is there a lizard running across my floor? So yeah, no. So yeah, it could happen. You could see one run, but I think it was a piece of food. I believe it was a cucumber. Yeah, I have a top of a cucumber. I know. It was on the floor, and I walked by it for days, and I'm like, ever see those mom experiments where they leave something on the floor, and I think they put money underneath it to see if anybody would even pick it up. I should have done that with the cucumber. I didn't care. It was like, whatever. So anyways, so around here I keep things covered all the time because you just never know. So usually I'll do plastic wrap or that lid. So this I thought was good because it's a cake stand, multi-functioning. I like that. Look at, you could do like a little veggie tray, or you can do punch. That hasn't been punched in a long time, or like a little tray with it, or like a salad with all the ingredients on the bottom, or dessert. I thought that was kind of cool. So just different ways to be able to do that. So then you can just leave it out versus like having to keep it out. So good little thing. I thought that was a very cool. Sometimes I find those neat things and I'm like, that works. Like I have the glass dishes and those are nice. You just have to put them out and put them away. And my other, like I said, cake stand got busted. So what are you gonna do? So I'm gonna get my fruit. I'm gonna wash it out and then put some out so we can have some today. I don't think I'm gonna do any, I was gonna do breakfast, but I think the kids are gonna be happy with cereal. I see the cereal got tore into last night. So they'll probably have cereal or they will make, I also have eggs. We haven't had eggs for a couple of days since I had to go shopping. So I'll probably do that. So I'm not gonna worry about making breakfast, but the fruit, they definitely will eat the fruit up. So let me get some out and wash it and we'll put it in here. Okay, so I'm going to cut this up, put this out. Some tips for you younger mamas, or maybe older ones too, is when you get fruit, know which fruit is going to go bad first in your home. Like berries are going to go bad first. That's just like going to happen. So put those out to get eaten up right away. And then like grapes will last a little bit longer in your refrigerator. And then go on to like your melons. If you have, I'm talking if you had like watermelon, cantaloupe, pineapple, those generally last for a long time. I think, like I remember my girlfriend coming and they put the watermelon, they just left it out. I'm like, you leave it on the counter? And the husband's like, well, yeah, they leave it in the grocery store out. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I just put mine on the counter here, and the other one is in the over at the Butler's Pantry on the shelf. So those will last for a little while. Yes, you can cut them up and use them because they're delicious, but I'm going to focus on this stuff first. I have another container. I have more strawberries and more blackberries. The raspberries, we ate one yesterday, so this will focus on eating today. Same thing, and then as the next couple days, because I've got kids here in and out. That's how it works. And then like bananas, that's another fruit. Those will last for a long time too. So use up the ones that are gonna go bad first, and then save the other ones so that you can stretch out your food. That's a good way to, you know, help. I always tell my kids, they had, I don't know, we pulled out little flavored soda waters, and they're like, how come you didn't tell us we had those? I said, because I saved those for the end of the month so that when that time comes, everyone's not like, oh, there's nothing to eat, it's just casseroles. And then it's like, yeah, there is something delicious to eat. So if you can kind of think about things that you have, use up those now, like fruit. This will be good to have a lot of cereal because you can put fresh fruit on cereal right now, which is a good thing, or just have it plain, or with waffles or something too. But then like the end of the month, use my frozen fruit and make like smoothies and stuff. So just a good way to use up things and then not have anything go to waste. Fruit will never go to waste in our home. The only time, sometimes it's like grapes will go bad if they're yucky. They're not as good. These are really good ones, so they should never go bad. But for the most part, these berries, I know all these will get eaten up. I'm going to put this out, and everyone's going to come out and keep grabbing and eating them. So this works out really, really good. So I'm just going to continue cutting these up, put them on here. And then what's in my refrigerator, I forgot the other fruit would be like nectarines, peaches, and apples. Those will last you. Those nectarines and peaches, they'll probably go bad first, obviously, like around the watermelon time. So berries first, the grapes, use those up, and then go for like your nectarines, your plums, your kiwis, and then you can do like bananas and watermelon, and then apples. Apples will last for months in your refrigerator. Yeah, they will. Depending on what kind you get and if they've been tampered with, but I know I would get cases and just let them sit in the refrigerator for a good 6 weeks is what they last for. So, all right, cheese. That's the other thing. I'm gonna put these in individual bags because it's nicer to be able to pull them out of the freezer versus a whole big chunk. I put the whole chunk in my freezer. That works too. But sometimes like some of it gets so solid, it's hard to break it apart. So I'm gonna just put it in quart bags so I can freeze it. cheese. So the bigger cheese fits more into 4 bags and the orange cheese fits into 5 bags. Interesting, just the way it's shredded. So I'm gonna put these in my freezer. This works really good. I'm gonna leave one out in my refrigerator for tacos, but the other ones I'll put in my freezer when I need them. We'll just unthaw them. It led me into looking in my refrigerator going, ooh, I need to wipe out a few things in there that got spilled. So I'll wipe that in a minute. I'm gonna taco meat over here, homemade taco seasoning, easy. Okay, I've got about an hour before I gotta start school and stuff this morning. So I'm thinking, what should I do? I need to wipe out the refrigerator because it's got stained, I think it's the raspberries seep through the package in there. Take out a few things in there so that, because I just put everything in there real quick yesterday. Arrange it a little bit nicer, and then I might start my cream of mushroom soup. I might. I was looking at, I have to do cream of chicken and the cream of mushroom. So I'm like, do I just do them together a different day? Like not today? I don't know. We'll see what we do. But then I'm like, okay, I'm home today. Brooklyn doesn't have to work, which is, I don't mind taking her to work every day, but usually you have to stop what you're doing and go out and pick up. So I'm thinking, I'm like, I should do some kind of cleaning today as well. So I'm gonna do some thinking as I'm wiping this out. I might have to do my kitchen, so I might start in here. We'll see. We'll see. It's either here or like, it's gonna be a big, kitchen's gonna be a lot because I have to I wanna organize things a little bit after I'm being moved in here and kind of, you know, things just get put wherever. I need to find those things that are put for wherever, and then, so we'll see. We might. I'm gonna do some, I just gotta wipe the fridge out right now, and then we'll decide what else we're gonna do. Okay, the refrigerator I cleaned out, just kind of moved it where I need everything, so I have space. There's a big pizza pan in there. That will probably be lunch today. I'm thinking everybody that will want that. And then I've just got tater tot casserole. I'm gonna separate into smaller dishes because this big pan is pretty big, and I've got a whole bunch of veggies in here too. So I'm just gonna separate it and then put it back in the refrigerator. It'll get enough for somebody's lunch this week. These 5 containers take up way less space than that big giant pan. I'll just put these back in the refrigerator. Okay, a little change of plans, and that's okay. I was gonna start making this soup, and I'm like, let me just wait. So I'm gonna get Greg's lunch together because he has work today. I know, everybody asks, when is he working? Is he working? It's one of those things you don't share so much because, like, yeah, I'm in a new home. Yeah, I'm by myself. So, but we have other means of protection. You know, there's plenty of things that we have. So not too worried, but when I definitely lived in the mountains, definitely not, because that was the middle of nowhere. And a lot of crazy people out there, a lot of crazy people, which is crazy, and I shouldn't say crazy. A lot of people that are managing demons in their head terribly. How's that sound? Does that sound better? I don't know. Because it's not the people, it's just that they're listening and just different spirits, and it's making just not good. So anyway, so I'm making his lunch because he's heading out here in a little bit. And so make what your husband likes. Don't worry about a full course, healthy meal if that's what you like. You make what your husband likes. You're not his mommy. You can encourage healthier choices, and you can also feed other times healthier choices. I think of myself and I think, okay, I'll go get Starbucks and get a big giant coffee and not bat an eye at it. You know how much sugar and stuff's in that? Terrible. Oh yeah, terrible. It's just a snack during the day to keep going. So, I know, all those good things. So I'm gonna make this real quick, put it in a bag for him so he can take it. All right, so that's all I'm gonna focus on right now. Let's go spend some time. Kids are moving, and then we're gonna do a little bit of school, or all of our school actually, and then I'll come back and do some more this afternoon. Not sure what yet. I'll see how the day goes. All right, so we took a break and went out and swam for a little bit, so feeling sun-kissed and refreshed a little bit. Now we're gonna go sit and do some school for a few hours. I just discovered something though. I went and opened, you know, the container I thought was refried beans. Not refried beans, that was cream of mushroom soup. So I still have 4 containers of cream of mushroom soup in my freezer. So I was like, huh. So that made me, okay, we won't have any tonight with our walking tacos, but I did pull out the pinto beans And I'm going to put those in the slow cooker. Or actually, let me get my other slow cooker. I'll put them in there so those can cook today. Because that is something we'll use. If it's done today, that's great. And if not, no big deal. So I had to laugh. The kids were watching a TV show. There's like a, I don't know if it's a YouTube video, whatever it is. It's got a hamster video. Maxine like never cares about TV at all. And she's literally staring on the food ottoman, staring up at the TV, like going like this. Watch the hamster. So funny. Crazy little dogs. Okay, I'm gonna go get my pot out, fill it with water, put some pinto beans in it, and cook those because I don't have any refried beans. Okay, shutting off the lights, conserve energy. So what I'm gonna do is make some popcorn. The kids are like, let's have popcorn to munch on. So I'm gonna get some right here and mix it up, make it, they can put it in bowls and put whatever toppings they want on it. And then I'm thinking, I need to do something in my kitchen area here. Reorganize it. So we're gonna work on that in a minute. Let me mix some of this up. So I did 3 different bowls. One is just plain with the salt and butter. I did one with the peppery. It's like a hot pepper one. The other one was like a cheesy one, white cheddar. So those 3 are here. There's still more in here. I'll wait till this kind of gets eaten up and then I'll mix up the remainder easy snack for the afternoon and for tonight. Popcorn is done. Now I'm onto my thinking project for the day. So, you know, we moved into our house. I put this stuff like, I don't know, like I had to just get my kitchen stuff put away. So I just kind of pushed everything wherever I found it best to fit. So now after living here for a few months, I'm trying to utilize and see what would work for me. So this little closet area, I've always thought I would love to. It's kind of pointless. It's like a built-in cabinet with not much room for anything else. I think it was an office for them. So I would like to turn this into my food pantry in here. Nothing like, and I'm not sure what and how the shelves and all that to work yet, but take this thing out. This thing right here is just, it matches my countertops in my kitchen and it's got real nice drawer. So I'm thinking we're gonna buy some kind of storage unit for the other, it's basically on the other side of this wall for like the homeschool stuff and like blankets, things in the living room. So this actually fits perfect in that spot. Greg's like, honey, it's probably just a few bolts, unscrew it and put it in. So we're not doing that today, but preparation is a good thing. So I'm thinking I have to get out of the mindset of like, let's get this out and put it over there. What's inside of here is like all my glass dishes, all my storage, because I had them in my kitchen, but I don't use them that much. And so someone said, put them in your butler's pantry. That's what a butler's pantry is for, things that you don't really use. So for our butler's pantry, when we moved in here, I had a lot of food stored up in the mountains. You're prepared. I mean, you should be prepared for Florida, but I'm not selling stuff everywhere. So my cabinets were full. Well, my cabinets aren't so full now because like, I'm not discount store shopping. I'm not really stocking up. I don't mind. I know some people believe in having a whole grocery store, and I get that. I understand you got to do what you got to do in your home. But I feel like we should have something, obviously, in hand, but just not, like here I just don't have, I don't know, I'm just not feeling that. Like even in the mountains, I had some stocked up, but it wasn't like I felt like I had to have a ton. Does that make sense? So this stuff we've been eating through. This was full when we moved in here, and it's getting used up a lot. So what I'm thinking, because it's already the afternoon and I'm like, how much of this do I want to get into? So here's my game plan. I'm thinking to empty 1 cabinet right now. If I get to 2, awesome. This is mostly staple stuff like syrup and chocolate syrup and pickles and jam and ketchup. It's where we keep, and you know, stuff that we keep extra of that we always have open somewhere else. So I have a little bit of room in this tall cabinet over here. It's got right there, it's got some, I have space in there. I have space that like popcorn seeds are on a shelf and like soda. It's taking up space that I don't need. So I'm thinking I can move a lot of it over to there and then get this stuff, like the dishes and the glass dishes, in this cabinet. That's what I'm thinking I should be able to do today. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see how much I can get emptied in there. See what I have. Eventually, it would be good to put all the food in there. I know I can't do that right now because that's in there. Maybe it would be good to just put it in the drawers for now until we take those out. I don't know yet. I'm just going to kind of see what is going to be the best route for our home. You know what I mean? Like my other kitchen or mountain house, we had a pantry in the kitchen, but I also had a bunch of storage in my hallway. So it was just a different layout. Yes, it'd be great to have everything over here. I'd love to have like everything in here, like all my baking and everything is over there. I don't know if I kind of like it over there. Some of my containers are really big, so they don't fit exactly in the cupboard. So you have to take out stuff, take it out. So I don't know. It's all going back and forth. What do I use? What do I not use? So the glass dishes, my serving dishes, I only get those out if I'm gonna make like a meal. So that's not a big deal to move those. So those, I was gonna think, should I put those back over there? I'm like, no. It's more inconvenience to carry your flour and sugar back here than it is to carry glass pans. So let's focus on one. Let's just do this one, empty it. I don't know, we're probably put on the floor most of the stuff for now, and then we'll put all of our things in here. Let's start with something, because I gotta find a better space for what I'm using, and it's all about trial and error and figuring out where it goes. So let me get my step stool empty. Okay, one is done. That's a good thing. So what I'm gonna do is, I remember I got those shelf, like to put the shelf holders. These are plastic on here, which is fine, but when I moved the shelves, it was really hard to get the piece of wood to fit. Like there's a little lip, so it kind of, some of it's sticking up a little bit. So I'm gonna go get my metal ones, just easier, and put those up here. So up here, it's like some of these shelves are getting, let's see, so this one, like, you can't see it, but the piece of flat, let me show you. This is the plastic. The wood is supposed to fit right here, but since it's warped a little bit because the heat, it's hot in here, so the wood sits on top on wood side, so the shelf isn't even. So I got some metal ones, which should work a whole lot better. I'm not sure how I'm gonna put these shelves in. I might move them up or move them down too, but it seems like every side, and then there's one on the back, I realized. Every side they do that, so I need two on every side, except the bottom one. So that's good. I'm glad I got these. There was one in the kitchen I need to replace. I didn't think I had to replace all these. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna get all my glass stuff and see how I can put this in. I might move, like I said, some of these down, just depending on what I have. Let's see what I got to put in here. These shelves in here are so not sturdy at all. I don't even know why I trust anything on here, but these are my tallest things. This I can take apart, but I think these are my tallest things. Everything else is like a pan. So let me put this over here. Careful on the camera right here, so as long as it doesn't slide down. This is good, but I don't need this standing up all the time, so I can probably take this apart carefully. Let me move it down so I don't drop it. Coming down here, here we go, taking this apart. This was something I've never seen on my grandma. My dad's mom had one of these. She would have one every year for Christmas sitting out. And I absolutely loved it. I think hers was like that blue and white. I'm trying to think, I don't know if it's false craft or what it is, but it's like that wintry scene, like cabiny. I think that was what she had. So then, like, I mean, you can find them now everywhere, but you could not find these like way back in the day before the internet was around. Not at all. And I remember, let me see if this, I'm gonna set this right here for now. I remember looking them up and like finding one, I don't know, I wanted one for years as a homemaker and just not being able to find them anywhere. And I'm like, I want one, so I got that one. That's like, so I have it. I love it for the nostalgia of it. Can I pull you up? Hold on. I love it for the nostalgia of it and just having it. So it's been around for a long time, but it's like you can find those things everywhere now. They're like, I used to have a metal one. I think we have them for Christmas. I'm like, you can find those all day long, but those were definitely my favorite things. I always wanted one, so I've got that one to keep it. So I'm thinking the drinks to go on the top here. I know you're not seeing very much. There we go. We don't use these that often, hardly ever. Is that gonna fit? So I'm gonna have to move that shelf down. That's gonna give my shelf a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Okay, so let me move that shelf down. I feel like that's gonna take up a lot of space, but that's okay because the rest are all smaller. Okay, that gives me a little bit more. I turned those on the side. Those are things I don't know if I'm going to use or keep or what, but I do have them in here. So that works. Just make sure these are nice and solid in here. Oh wait, I forget there's one up here. Hold on, where's my other clip? There's one on the back of this too. Okay, don't forget that one. Okay, so this, let me go see if there's anything in the kitchen at my top shelf. I don't think I have anything, but this will be good. This will hold this really good. And I have a ton of bakeware, so I'm going to put all that stuff in here, nice and neat. Okay, so I think I got all the glass stuff in there for now. This will be just like go in and pick it out. So the only thing that didn't fit was like my egg holder. I have a bigger round bowl, and I think I got that at Goodwill. And I like to keep them because they're nice pans, but they just we rarely use them. And then my plastic cake stand, that one that I got the cover, not the one today, the other one. So I put that up on the shelf for now until we figure out what we're gonna do here. But this is all the glass stuff in here. Okay, that's good. So now I gotta find a spot for. Meanwhile, we're going to be in progress of doing this. I'm not planning on doing this all today, but I'll do as much as I can. So let me put the other food, see if we can, how much we can get the cupboard over here. So everything over there I fit in here. So on the very top, which you can't see, is our emergency hurricanes dish. There's ramen, there's macaroni cheese with just the cheese, so you don't have to add any milk. That's up there, and the diet cheese for Jensen. That's up there, and I put a couple 2 liters of soda up there that we use for our sushi, and there's some lemon juice because we don't need that much. And then all the big things fit in here, and I still have a whole bunch of space. I left this kind of open because when we get extra mustard, that kind of stuff goes in here. And then I was able to fit these down here, so this worked out. Just by putting things like this works. Because like I said, I'm not going to have a discount store to go get 10 bottles of soy sauce really cheap. I just stock up on soy sauce, and I won't usually ever stock up on soy sauce unless it's really cheap. And then we have all of our beans right here, and these are kind of extra. We have strawberries, toppings, and pineapple topping and stuff for that for ice cream. So this is good for me right now. I feel like this got that whole side cleaned out, and I got a space for it. And then I have my canned veggies down here, and then this is like spices. I have extra spices over here. Those are just kind of shoved in the corner. That's fine. The very bottom is all my snack cupboard, which you don't see. For my treats, I'm going to make this probably next week and next week. So I just threw those in there to find one spot because I have to fill up like my flour bin. So there's a bag of flour in there. So there's not a lot of space over there. So this is good. There's like space. And I put this right here so I don't forget it, because I always forget I bought this. I need to make this with mac and cheese in that. I'll put that like right here so I see it with something. So all right, very good. Like lots of room. This would be full when I normally stock up on beans. This would be full when I stock up on veggies. I just didn't stock, so feeling good. So what I did is instead of taking, like I put stuff up on that shelf, which I'm trying to clear that room out, I just put my pans under here. So on the very bottom, hello, that's where they fit. So that goes really good under there. So my goal is to empty this stuff. So I'm trying to find a place for everything. So what I have left is a bunch of coffee mugs. They're more seasonal and more like, the kids only use them for hot cocoa. So those, like this snack cupboard, maybe on the very top, I can put them in there when I figure that out in a little bit. And it's plastic. I have a lot of plastic stuff. So I need to figure out how much plastic stuff do I keep, because some of my stuff's getting a little worn, it's getting older. So I need to go through that. But I'm like thinking I could put it up, like I have this other cupboard over here on the top. It's got food in there right now. That will come out. I'll put the other places probably in here because this will be a food pantry. I'm assuming this is gonna be my food pantry. I'm still thinking through life right now, but I'm thinking, okay, the plastic I don't want to put on the shelves because it's one of those things that it's like, it always gets messy, always gets messy. So we have underneath here on the bottom, there is some space. I just have to like clean it out. It's just got like trash bags and extra napkins, paper plates. So I'm thinking, why don't I make the plastic cupboard down there? We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then I have like things like cupcake liners in my immersion blender. That stuff I might even put over in my kitchen next to my refrigerator in those pull-out drawers just by organizing it differently. So we'll see. But what I did do is get all my appliances out of here, all the ones that I use regularly. So I have like our ice cream machine. I don't use that much. That's gonna sit over here. The soda machine, the kids like that. Put that over here because that's something they do use. And then I put everything in there of the things that I do use, everything but the air fryer. Because the air fryer, we only used it periodically. It's one of those things like just not to heat up the house, but not as much. Like we had it when Evan was home because Evan would work and come home and he threw something. Instead of turning on the oven to make one pizza, I said put it in the air fryer. It'd just be way less, you know, heat in the house than that. So he always used that, but we just don't really use it that much. We do for certain things, but just not like, I figured oven, no big deal on the oven. So we'll see. So I might just leave this all open and come back to it tomorrow, and that's okay. So let's go to my kitchen. I've got a bunch of appliances. I do have an empty cupboard. It's kind of empty. I just been throwing stuff into it, and that is where I'm thinking I'm gonna put it. Let's go in there. Okay, I'm down here. Don't mind the streaky dishwasher. Yeah, it's streaky. Stuff falls down it. I should have wiped it today. I just did not. That's okay. This cupboard it's kind of an extra cupboard. It had nothing in it, but it's accumulating things as you see that don't get put in the proper spot. Like this was left over from my pinto beans today, so that got thrown in there. These extra containers that I don't know what I'm gonna do with for snacks, maybe I'll use those in the drawers now. So I need to kind of move this stuff out of here. Here's my lid from today. This is here because that cupboard is getting like overwhelmingly full. So we just need to do a little bit of moving. I got my thing here, like this stuff could all go in different spots. Like these. Do I like doing these? No, I'll just cook the chicken separately. It's just so much easier. These don't go here. They go in a different cupboard. We have our popcorn bin. I didn't even think the kids knew we had these, so I need to get this out. I forgot I had these because I have all the flavored popcorn bars there. Just need to take this out. This stuff can go in a different area. This is for my smoker. We put it somewhere else. So I'm thinking this cupboard can be appliances because it's one of those things I don't mind reaching for it. What was this? Oh, this was the liner. I can put this somewhere else. So, like my bread machine's in here. I can put my mixer in here, the blender, that kind of stuff. The waffle maker, things that we can use on the shelf is what I'm gonna stick in here. I love this. I just never use it because it's in the cupboard. I mean, the Ninja blender, by the way, awesome. I haven't used the food processor, but I need to do that for my beans, so I will. Let me just see how it fits in here, and I'll take it out. And then also can go back here is my slow cookers, because this is all stuff that we do use on a normal, I'm looking at anything else, a normal daily or weekly occurrence. So I'm thinking that's gonna be good there. If I put a slow cooker in the back and one in the front, I think that's actually gonna work out really good. So I think that's it. I think that's good right there. I have like my crepe maker. We don't use that all the time. It's one of those things that we use on a special occasion. So I'll put that somewhere else, like the ice cream machine, for safekeeping. So let me accumulate what I got and find a new spot for the rest of the stuff. Okay, I was over there and I'm like, should I just be done? And I'm like, you know what, let me do one more thing. So I'm gonna do my plastic cupboard down here. This will just stay a mess for a few days, and you know what, seeing it will go, oh, I need to do it. Okay, like I don't need my Salisbury popcorn popper anymore because my microwave's not big. So using this is not even good to use because the machines are like a lot smaller than my big giant ones. So let me just get this out. Okay, so this cupboard I'm thinking to put in it all of our plastic stuff. So I need to slide things down. Notice I make a mess here. Because plastic isn't those things that you use, and if you don't have it, you're like, you need it. So I need to kind of see a lot of my plastic's getting dingy, like miscolored from using a dishwasher or whatever. So I'm just gonna kind of see what I have here, kind of put together as best I can. I have a lot of those small individual containers. We did a lot of freezing of foods like applesauce and just different things like that. I just don't do that here. I won't be doing that here. So I probably will separate some of these out. We'll see which ones I do. But let me get these ones. These are the ones that we would use all the time. Okay, so now I gotta think of my season of life right now and why I have which plastic and why I have the reason I have it. So these right here, they fit, like our refrigerators are different. Like I had a lot of these containers because we had that open refrigerator, so I had a little bit more space. I do have stuff out in the garage, but I wouldn't cut fruit and put out in the garage. I would just keep it like non-cut. So these I would use for cutting up like a watermelon. They're big like that, but I just would never, I'm learning not to wash all my grapes right away. I'm learning not to do like, I just don't have to do big prep for things. You know what I mean? So like, would I need all these? No. But don't get rid of things. Don't get rid of things just yet. I'm gonna make a pile and have a pile somewhere else. Like, and then I say, oh, I really could use another one. You know what I mean? So I guess find the best one. Like some of these are just definitely getting old and dingy. Just be time for to go out the door, I guess. So let me put like one in here. Let's do one, and then we'll see how that goes. And I'll put these in another area and go from there. Now I also have these smaller ones. I would use these for berries, stuff like that. Again, not cutting all that stuff up because just so it stays longer here. So these are going to be in my out piles for right now. I do have these. These are good for storing pretzels, things like that. So these are new. I get these ones from Temu. So these I'm going to put in here. These will definitely be my containers I will use eventually for something. I know we'll be filling them up. So I'm not, is that going to fit right there? Will that shut? Yes. And then I do these. I don't know if I'll even use all these because again, these are the longer flat ones, but I'll use these. Let me see. I think I would use these over the other ones. And then let's see what else we got here. The other one is going to be like my plastic, these ones. So what do you keep? What do you not keep? So what I think I'm going to do, I like these because when you freeze things and you take the lid off, it doesn't rip these containers. So I feel like I need to utilize these more than I actually am. So like today I'm going to do refried beans. I'm going to use them in here because these are going to last a lot longer than the other ones. The other ones, they just are going to break. And these I can stack really high, can I? Let's see how tall here. So I'm going to, I don't know how much I'll have for refried beans. Let's see how many big ones I have here. Maybe I don't have a lot of small ones. Hold on. Okay, I guess there's going to be just tall ones, which I can use for refried beans. That'll be fine. So I will make sure to utilize these today. I like this one, and I have another one with blue because this is good for our pickles. These, I have a lot of tall ones of these. This is a different one. So I haven't really used a lot of these for anything. So it's like one of those, like you have it, you're not using it. There's more. So when I think when I bought all my containers, sometimes I put soup and stuff in here. So these, I just don't know. Put them in the back. It's going to be like, see if we use it. I use the small ones. Put these on here. Oh, there's more big ones. More big ones. So see, like I don't freeze anything in here like big like this because I'm just not freezing big things anymore. So this is going to be one of those, do I even keep them type things, you know what I mean? I'm trying to make sure, there's obviously an odd one in here. Is that the odd one? This is the odd one, it's got to be. Yes. But nope, this doesn't fit. Okay, so some are a little bit different. I see. I think someone bought me a set as well. So again, I might, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep these out as well because again, there's things that I don't use those. But I do use my small ones and I use these ones. But I see I only have a few of these. These do good for soups. I only have a few of these, so it might be time to purchase some of these.
to replenish for things. But again, oh, that was correct. I have those square ones, so those probably will come in handy. So let me get a little container here now, and then let me count how many square ones I have, and then count the square lids to keep. Okay, so those are almost on right. So that's 25, I think I have, and I have 24 of those. So then let me do, how many, I don't even have very many of these. I have 1, 2. So I have about 24 of those. And for these, I always keep extra because these do get broken easily. So, okay, I found this little lid too. This is good. So maybe less plastic, the better. I think these are all wrong. So I'm thinking this is trash. So what I'm gonna do, I know this is downsizing, but that's good. I'm gonna put the lids in the front or the back here. The rest of these, I'm just gonna put, like I said, it's gonna be one of those out of sight, out of mind. Do I really use those or do I not? So I'll probably just get a, I have my upstairs space is where I'll keep my extra stuff, and that's where I'll put it for now until I decide, do I use this or is it good to go in the garbage? So all good things. Okay, so this didn't even take up that much. I probably could put this in another cupboard, but this is one of those cupboards that I think gets messy all the time. Because like right now, this is an extra container for beans. It got so scratched. So, wait, but where's the lid? Who knows? So I'll probably keep these in here too, so that way we have a place for it, so I know I can refill it up. Okay, awesome. Feeling good. Let me pick up my mess here. Okay, this miscellaneous cupboard is gonna have my oven liners and these, and I'm okay with that because it's one of those things, will I ever use it again? I don't know. For now, I'm just gonna leave this in a pile on my floor right here. I am okay with that until I figure out where I'm gonna put everything else. So let me go in the kitchen. Let's work on the food now. Like I did a few things, so I feel like this is good. So I'm in my kitchen. So even though there's a big pile in my hallway, that's okay. There's stuff kind of everywhere here. It's one of those things like I've been trying to like move in here. It's like, what do I do? What do I not do? What do I use? What do I not use? How is it working for me? So that's where we're at today. It's like I knew I would get back in the rut of like figuring things out eventually. At first it was like survival, just get everything put away. Now I'm like, all right, what are we gonna put in where? So let's go over here. Let's focus on the chicken here. I don't need this. This is the chicken. It is all done. I know it's all done. And it looks delicious. So what I'm gonna do here, let me bring you over here. You can put it in a mixer and mix it all up too. It works good. Either one, take your little meat thing and do it. You can do a fork. It works just fine. So I've got liquid in here. Let me see how much. It should just fall apart. See that? Look at, can you see? Yeah, it literally just falls apart. I might take some of the liquid out. We'll see here. So what I'll do is I'll kind of pull it apart. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I'm not gonna do anything else. And then I'm gonna put it in bags to cool off. And then I will put them in the freezer because these are all gonna be for cooked chicken recipes. Like I have some chicken pot pie. I was gonna make and freeze. That'll probably just put it in the refrigerator actually. And then, actually I should go get my list, shouldn't I? I was gonna do like a chicken pot pie. Maybe I'll do that this week. I'm not sure if I'll do my freezer meals or what I'm gonna do this weekend. Or lasagna, I don't know yet. So we'll see. So, but for now I'll just get them cooled off, put them in the freezer or the refrigerator, and then we'll have shredded chicken because all my chicken is like, I had, like before we moved here, remember I got all that chicken really cheap, and then I cooked it all and we used, and it's like we went through chicken where everyone's like, yeah, chicken, not liking it, and so we just didn't have a lot of it that we ate, but now it's like, okay, I can put it in things and they will eat it. So do you see that? Like literally, yes, get out your mixer if you want to clean all that. It takes a few seconds, but it just something you have to pick up. So just use a fork and kind of shred it. I'm gonna leave all that liquid I left in here because it makes the chicken not so gooey. You know what I mean? The flavor is just so much better. So this was just what it was cooked in. I put a little bit of chicken broth bouillon in it, and I put some, used to be like a seasoning. I thought it was, it's like a complete seasoning, so it worked. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in bags. Perfect, look at that. And then we're gonna freeze it. I remember what else it was for. One was for chicken pot pie, one was for chicken, creamy chicken soup, which I realize I have some now. It was chicken with spaghetti, chicken Eddie, and then there was one more. I can't think what the other dish was, but that's gonna be good. So let me wash this here and then see if the beans are ready. our walking tacos tonight, I'm just gonna take Doritos and squish them up. And from the big bag, do I have a bag back there? Let me go see. Doritos, and then we'll do lettuce, and we'll do the taco meat. And I have regular cheese and the diet cheese for Jensen, and then we can put sour cream on it. We can also do salsa or tomatoes, whatever they want to chop up on top of it. So that's gonna be dinner, which is good. I'm like, easy. So I'm like looking at my time, I'm like, okay, I only have a little bit more. I gotta run Autumn, so she's got somewhere to go. The beans are not done yet, and that's okay. What I might do, I have a huge thing here. Sometimes if they take a long time, just turn them like on a low setting, just let them go overnight. They're gonna be fine, as long as there's water in there, on a slow cooker especially. It'll make them super soft, and then I'll put them in the food processor, and that'll work. So I kind of moved some stuff around the bottoms of those. My slow cooker would fit in there perfectly without having to move a bunch of stuff every single time I opened it. But feeling good, like yes, there's big giant mess everywhere. I feel like there's piles of stuff everywhere, but I'm getting somewhere. And I know over the next few days, maybe next week, I'll have things like how I want them. So what I'm gonna do, I just filled my water up all the way. I drank almost a whole one. It's already like 4. It's 1 today, not very good. So put some more vitamin C in it, and then I'm going to go upstairs, pull the footage off this so I can start editing a little bit, because I'm gonna have to run out the door here in a little bit, take Autumn, and then I wanna be done for the day, because I wanna go in my pool tonight and enjoy just relaxing. I've been upstairs in my office getting today's video edited quickly, hurriedly, because I need to, I have to run out and take one of my kids out. So dinner, what I did is I grabbed these, squish them. Yeah, I'm gonna put those in a bowl right here. And that's it. I'll have to head out when dinner is made, so what they'll do is I just heated up the meat, so it's basically put down Doritos down, put a bunch of lettuce down, take the taco meat, you can do salsa, there's cheese for both kinds, and that's it. My beans are almost done. I don't know, if I do them tonight, maybe I'll just film them. This is here, they're almost there. I just turned them down to low. So I think that I'm just gonna close today's video. So I feel like today was a great day, even though I have a big pile of stuff down my Butler's pantry hallway. We'll get to some more tomorrow, hopefully, and if not, maybe on Friday, we'll see. But I got some things done today, so I'm feeling really good about that. So I thank you guys for watching. You have a fantastic rest of your day. Remember the saying, you are designed, you are created, and you are selected by God to great, wonderful things. And once you find out what those great, wonderful things are, it's an amazing adventure. So have a beautiful rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye.